Great are the artists who have forged their trademarks and styles, and of note are the various stylistic evolutions that their canvases have undergone. Their artistic journeys, however long, often possess changing elements, subjects, and themes. Through their artistic inclinations and developments are rooted in their early works, takeoff points for what their art is to become. While Romeo Tabuena is known for his monochromatic landscapes of nipa huts, farmers, and carabaos, done in exquisite style, with attenuated figures spread out in large, tonal areas suggesting early morning fog, he was somewhat influenced by Chinese painting. Notable throughout the iconic modern's career are the numerous evolutions that his style has gone through. This early painting from 1943 shows Romeo Tabuena's depiction of a war-torn nation via the travails of a mother with child. Tabuena creates a visual account of the impact of war by showing how an everyday woman, a mother, is suffering. He documents the tragedy experienced by the Filipino people, represented by this bare-bosomed woman carrying her baby amid the chaos of a dark, suffering city. Tinged with the red from fire and blood, the turmoil going on is depicted in a narrow range of hues and tones, dominated by dark areas of gloom. Tabuena's portrayal of the tragedy of war, a swirling tangle of victims and barely identifiable oppressors, whirl around the canvas depicted in strokes and violent colors. It is a tragic and unforgettable image. The painting anticipates Romeo Tabuena's other side to his art, which was expressed in dark oil paintings, some of which reflected the proletarian concerns of the period. In this work, the figures in the background have an almost expressionist distortion, with no happy elements to relieve the labored atmosphere. This very piece to date is the earliest work of the artist to have ever come to auction. This gifted artist, the Philippines' foremost female painter, with a creative output spanning 6 decades, has, according to her friends, remained gentle, soft-spoken, and humble throughout the years. Through the various tumultuous events that had passed, including the Second World War, Anita Magsaysay Ho's outlook remained resolute. The war years did not prevent Anita from painting either. Her father provided her with thin, smooth, white boards of wood, about 4 inches square, on which she painted portraits. When the family evacuated Manila to Montalban, she managed to paint palette knife landscapes. During the 1940s, Magsaysay Ho's work showed the influence of Amarsolo in choice of subjects and in treatment of light and color. As early as the wartime decade, Magsaysay Ho had already found the theme that she was to explore for the rest of her famed artistic life. But being described as the female Amarsolo did not quite mean that she got the idea of painting rural women from Amarsolo. Anita Magsaysay Ho tells Sid Reyes in 1984,
I was looking for a subject I could feel for, something I could really paint. Well, I am a woman, and I know how a woman feels. But what really inspired me to do those women is brugal.
It was this that veered the pioneering brush of Magsaysay Ho towards her artistic predilection to be. Signed Anita Magsaysay, this 1943 mother and child work is the oldest work of the artist to ever appear at auction. At first glance, this painting would look like a classic Fabian de la Rosa, a sensual declaration of vulnerability by an earthbound lass, as she broods on the bank of the brook, mythological in her beauty and humble eloquence. Though this work possesses qualities that would qualify as a Fabian de la Rosa, with its intricate details, circular waves on the water, and powerful brushstrokes, this was actually done by Fabian's most famous pupil, Fernando Amarsolo. Throughout his career, Amarsolo hired models to photograph, paint, and sketch. This particular nude in a bucolic setting is from 1915, before Amarsolo went to Spain and had developed his renowned backlighting technique with the influence of the Spanish master Joaquin Sorolla. This makes this very piece the oldest Fernando Amarsolo that has ever come to auction. Intriguing is the story of how this piece survived the war. A distinguished pastor, Reverend Vincent Gowen, received this beautiful painting as a gift from his wife in 1930. The family had come to Bisao Mountain Province in 1928, where Reverend Gowan would serve as the resident priest of St. Benedict's Church and headmaster of St. James School until their interment by the Japanese at Camp Holmes during World War II. When the beloved family was taken away, the people of Bisao took responsibility of this painting and other valuables by burying them under the kitchen of a St. James schoolmaster. After the war, the items were recovered and shipped to the Gowans in the United States, where they had returned after their release. In 2010, in loving appreciation of the time spent there, the Gowan family returned the lady to the Philippines to the care of Brent School Inc. Great, iconic, and timeless, these masterful works, the oldest of their kinds to be featured in auction, are without a doubt some of the most important pieces by these highly sought-after artists. Join us as we bring them to sale in Leon Gallery's Asian Cultural Council Art Auction this 20th of February.